All right, guys, so we encountered our first problem. This is why you always check, make sure everything like turns and moves nice along the way. Everything's nice in the front. In the back, when we turn this guy, we're rubbing on our lower caster block. So there's no reference in the manual to any shims to shim the diff up, but we're gonna have to pull it back apart and see what's going on there while we're rubbing that caster block. We might have something installed wrong. We might have to do some shimming, but either way, it's no good the way it is. So we're rubbing that. That's gonna take some speed away from the car, and it's gonna wear two parts. So let's fix that. Okay, guys, back from the bench grinder. That's what I used really quickly. It's got a rounded edge on my wheel, so I just rubbed it back and forth on the wheel a little bit and took a little bit extra meat out of there. It's not going to hurt the strength in any way. It's just going to make that nice little bit of clearance, make this run really smooth. So let's get it all back together and see what it feels like. Okay, guys, so everything's going pretty sweet with the truck. One little hiccup so far with the screw. Now I've kind of encountered something else. If you notice, the front A-arms are drooping properly, nice and low. I noticed the back just drooped level, and I never really looked into it when I put them on. I just kind of kept going with and got into the center diff and whatnot. And then I was sitting here looking at it again from across the garage, and I thought something's wrong there. So when I flipped the chassis over, what I noticed is the droop screws aren't sitting on the droop plates. The A-arms are. Now, I'd read somewhere at one point that any chassis that's not a V5 chassis won't work with the V5 arms. So that means this chassis won't work with these arms in this build. But that's not how we roll out the first customs. So we're gonna cut these out a little bit and just kind of clean them up. I'm gonna pull the rear diff, or the rear assembly back off, and mark these first. I'll scribe them and we'll do a little operation. Okay, guys. That's looking very nice. Okay. Awesome, guys. So I just did about 5 minutes of recording on a quick little tips and tricks section. Showed you how to put the front end together the way I like to do it with fuel tubing, and I wasn't recording. So I'm just going to try and explain it now. I'm going to get in here with my camera to show you what's going on, but we have no play in our front end, front and rear. It's all really nice. Our upper front A-arms are as far forward as possible, which is going to be as good as like the best case scenario for our setup. Our steering system's all in and everything, and these guys will drop by themselves super easy with no play. So I want to show you what I do here. Instead of using these guys, which you just clip in and out on your hinge pin, kind of a cheesy design, I don't like it. So what I use is fuel tubing. I measure it out, cut a piece for in behind the front upper A-arm, and then I thread my hinge pin directly through the fuel tubing into the upper block. That's gonna get you guys nice tight front suspension. Okay.